Well, I'll tell you what, I'm on my way to the sale. It says I'm going to get there right as it starts, which really isn't that concerning to me. The bulk of what we're looking at is into the sale a little bit. I know Randy and a couple of our clients wanted us to look at Hip 1. They really liked Hip 1, but I looked at Hip 1. I looked at the video, and I looked at all the horses in the sale. I think we're going to have a great sale. I think it's going to be a little bit of a chore to stay below that $250,000 ceiling, because there's a couple of horses I really want that I might stretch a little bit for. But you know me, I'm pretty tight when it comes to hard lines and the drawn in the sand for our horses. So I'm going to give you a list of who I think is the #1 dollar for dollar, pound for pound horse to have in the sale, in my opinion. I'm going to give you a list of the horses I like, but I'm not going to post it for a little while. Well, 2 reasons. One, obviously, I want to make sure we get the horses before I start putting out videos. This is the best horse I've seen. Not that anybody cares what I think, but at the same time, some people might. So I'm going to give you a list of those horses. Also, I'm going to talk about a couple of horses. I think I have 11 or 12 or 13 horses on this list. Now, this is a list my wife and I talked about last night before I went to bed, and I did the quick math in my head. If I bought every horse for what I thought it would go for, it's still around $340,000. So obviously, we're not going to end up with all of these horses, but at the same time, some of them will be nice. Now, I will tell you right now, my #1 pick in the entire sale, after looking at all the horses, factoring in what I think they're going to go for, I can tell you the Down by the Seasides are going to dominate the sale. They're going to go for a lot of money. And there is a couple of Down by the Seasides on our list. Will one of them slip through the cracks? I doubt it. But if they do, I'll be doing my job to make sure we scoop them up. So, although there's no Pacers or Down by the Seasides on this short list I'm about to give you, keep in mind, there's a list of 73 horses I'm looking at. And if I have a horse pegged at 18 to 19,000, 20,000, and I can pick it up for 12, 11, 9, I'm going to grab that horse. So this is all value-based, but I will give you the horses that I believe we can buy. Now, can't buy all of them. As I said, it's around $340. So unless I can find a way to shave 90 grand off of this list, which is unlikely, then we're likely not going to get all the horses on this list. But I'm going to give them to you anyway. Coming in, rightfully so, at #1, you guys might be a little surprised. First Crop Sire Enterprise. My top pick of the entire sale is number 45. This is High Enterprise, a Enterprise filly, first foal out of a Muscle Hill mare, who is a sister to Blue Porsche. I love the video, I like the pedigree, and I love the filly. My top pick of the entire sale is number 45. Now, very, very closely behind this horse is Yes's sister, Smokin' Hot Irish Girl. I love these two fillies. They're very, very similar. I just thought the body build alone of 45 maybe pushed her ahead for me. I'm not going to give you prices for these horses. You know, I'm going to expect they're going to go somewhere in the 40 range. I could stretch a little bit higher, but I would like to not and get them a lot lower. That would be cool. So, number 45 and number 119 are my two top picks virtually of the sale. Now, I don't have them numbered. It's just on my iPad here. I'm looking for another horse I really, really liked. Value-based. Oh, I loved the What the Hill brother to Rooney Blue Chip, number 126, Rose Run York. Love that colt. Not dying to have him, but he is on my list, and he is a horse for the right price. Again, these are all value-based. For the right price, I believe Rose Run York is a horse that I'm interested in. I like this colt. And does it have something to do with the fact that I love the Rooney Blue Chip, and then he tried all the time, and he was tough? His knees just killed him? Yeah. Yeah, it does. And I like Rose Run York. Another colt, Brute Squad. This is Compass Rose DC's brother. Geez, I just can't get a handle on what he's going to bring. I'm going to be careful with the What the Hills. They have to be perfect, and I saw one that was perfect yesterday that I like very much, is on this list. But number 173 is also a horse I like. Just let me get out of this here. Uh-oh, that's not good. Open. I know I'm driving down the road. Give me a second here. List 5. All right. Who else do we have on this? Brute Squad, I love. I love number 189, Full Heart. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is Ailsun's sister. She's gorgeous and she has a really, really nice video, and I think there's tons of value there. I think we're going to end up with this filly. Hill Street Blues is a must for me. A must, but I can't stretch. I can't. He's late enough in the sale where I suspect we are going to have to pay decent money for one of these horses, and I'm very, very worried I'm going to not overpay, but my budget's going to be busted by the time Hill Street Blues gets here. So way at the end, 192, and I think he's going to bring a ton of money. I really, really want this colt, but just the proximity of the sale and everything in front of him, I'm very concerned that he may just simply go for too much money. We know something about the pedigree that they don't know, right? Eternity Road was a straight-up killer, and the injury he suffered was not an accident. This was an injury he suffered as a baby, and he just couldn't quite overcome it at top speeds. I'd love to see him at 5. Walt, if you're out there watching this, you ever want to train that horse back down at 5 after you've put the work into him you said you were going to put into him? I would love to have that horse back. What else do we got here? Oh, another horse that I'm confident we'll end up with. Number 220, Great Career. And here's the thing. I liked the horse's pedigree. He's got a half-brother. It's an older mare, 13th mare, Big Fred Special. 13th foal out of this mare. And he's got a brother that made $800,000, win 52 races in Master Pine. I loved his video, and you know what? He does stand off a bit, and I'm still going to buy him. I'm not worried about the little toad out on the trotter. I think he's a nice colt. I loved everything about him. He's sharp. He's, you know, he's real steady. I like everything about him. He exudes confidence. And he's just a really nice horse to look at. I believe 220 is coming home with us. Now, again, this is pre-sale. We talked about 220. The perp, I know everybody, and Pat and everybody out there wants the perp. I just don't think by the time we get to 227, again, much like Hill Street Blues, we might have a busted budget. And I love, again, two of my number one and 2 pick of the entire sale are 119 and 45. If either one of them go for 40 and we get it, how much are we going to have left for the perp? I don't know. I like the horse, but I'm not falling in love with horses. I'm falling in love with the prices we can get them for. And the perp, I think they're going to get paid pretty good for the perp. Purple Aura's got 5 in a row in Ohio. Has raced good, never been outside of 4th, rarely missed the board. Has shown she set 1, at least, if not 2, track records. She's a good filly. This is her half-brother. He looks great. I just don't think we can afford him. Brute Squad, I talked about. Rose Run York, Smoking Hot Irish Girl. Another horse I found interesting was another, at a Spring Haven, another Enterprise. Number 86, a filly, CV Serena. I really liked her. I thought she was very affordable. I love when I see a horse I know at the sale. Now, you can't tell the future, but I know is a good-looking horse, but I also am almost positive it will go for less than what it should go for. I love those horses. Number 86 strikes me as one of those horses. Number 76, here's a horse he looks awesome. Double Spring Farms. This is a smaller farm, smaller consignment. Maybe nobody got a look at him like I did. I doubt it. Again, he's a What the Hill. We're going to have to look at What the Hills. I'm not in love with them, but they got all the best mares. So you're going to be forced to look at these horses. The Buckeye Hill is a horse that should go for good money coming from a smaller consignment. Who knows? As I said, I love 45. Another horse I really like that I thought was very value-based. Another Enterprise coming from Dublin Valley. Another filly, Whispering Song. Really like this filly also. You guys know, when it comes to Ohio, just show me the horses. There's so many sires down here. Just show me the horses. I liked a lot of these Enterprises. Now, I'm going to give you a little story about a horse we should own. And another, What the Hill. It's a colt. So, the last 2 foals out of this mare, the first foal was Burn Girl. She made $860,000 and made 66 wins. Now, I think as the story goes, they Amished the mare. And they were looking for her, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I made it up in my head, but I'm pretty sure this is the truth. They were looking for her. They get her back. They get her in foal to Uncle Peter. We were the underbidders. on a filly named Barn Raid. I think she went for 40, 45,000, something like that. We were the underbidders on that filly. One of my top picks of the sale. Complete bust. She went to an older gentleman in Pennsylvania and really didn't do anything. She didn't even take a lifetime mark. She qualified in 2-3. Wow. Last year, we were the underbidders, I believe. It definitely bid on the sister by What the Hill. So the full sister to this colt. This is the first colt out of the family, coming from Walnut Valley Equine. I forget the gentleman's name. Nice gentleman. I run into him at all the Ohio sales. And this is the full brother to What About Me. Now, I didn't buy What About Me also. In my head, I was the underbidder, but I don't know. I definitely bid on the horse last year. 3 foals out of the mare. All 3 were fillies. This is a colt. He's a What the Hill. He's immaculate. I told you guys I'm going to be very selective when it comes to the What the Hills. And the ones that I picked look nice. They're put together well. Proportionately speaking, they're nice. They're not short-barreled. They're not toed in, toed out, back on their knees. They're proper. This is one also. Number 14, What a Mission, is a horse we should probably own. Maybe he's unattainable, I don't know. But after the bad taste in their mouth for the last 2 that were fillies, this one might be ours. And one that I really, really liked was an Uncle Peter number 11 from Winterwood, Itinerary. Never Say Uncle's full sister looked very, very nice. But again, I think this one might be a little bit out of our range. And the first horse that I'm looking at, I haven't spoke about yet, is number 4, James Tiberius. Now, this horse is also an enterprise. They made nice horses this year. You know, for the people, we had a very constructive conversation, myself and a number of clients, about Enterprise. I mean, I don't want Enterprise. Enterprise was a $100,000 yearling. Now he's a Chapter 7, so lots were. He was undefeated at 2, except for his last start. He was a beaten favorite in the Wellwood in Mohawk. A beaten favorite. So last start of the year for him. They put him away. They raced him throughout his year. He's 3rd in the Hambletonian, the year that What the Hill got set back. So 4th place 3rd. He's had a great career. He's made almost $400,000, taken a mark of 52, and the only time in his life he was bet higher than 6-1 in a parimutuel event was his last start. After that, he went to Europe. Enterprise, a Chapter 7, well-bred horse, good-looking horse. I got no problems with Chapter 7 or with Enterprise, well, or Chapter 7. Definitely Enterprise. If you do, fine. That's on you, not me. But Enterprise threw some nice horses this year, got some good mares. Number 4 is the first one in the ring we're looking at. So there you have it. Little quick rundown. Number 4, James Tiberius. Number 11, Itinerary. Number 14, What a Mission. Number 25, Whispering Song. Number 45, my top pick, High Enterprise. Number 76, Buckeye Hill. Number 86, CV Serena. Number 119, Smoking Hot Irish Girl. 126, Rose Run Yorick. Number 173, Brute Squad. 189, Full Heart. 192, Hill Street Blues. I didn't mention this horse, but I like him also. Oh, yes, I did. Number 220, Great Career. And number 227, The Perp. Now, listen, of the horses I just sent you, it's a very small cross-section of the horses I'm seriously looking at. But I believe our makeup of the stable in Ohio in 2022 from the select sale today is somewhere on that list. So, I will talk to you all very soon. I'm super excited. Sale's just about to start, but I'm getting Starbucks first. I only need to be there for James Tiberius. Talk to you soon.